Hello everybody, my name is Blue and I'm bringing you guys viewer replay cast number 59, and I need some water, and thank goodness I have a bottle of water right next to me. This is kind of convenient. Totally didn't plan that out, but actually no, I did totally plan that out. Haha. Oh god, it's old water. It's been here for like a day or two. I'm not too picky. Water is water, so I'm happy. Anywho, like I said, this is a viewer replay cast. Actually, this is not a viewer replay cast. It's technically a Dota 2 Reddit cast. So I guess I should call it by its proper name, but it will still count for my series for this. I don't know why I go through this every single time, but I must clarify to you guys exactly what it is. So yeah. Anywho, as always, applied the viewer replay cast or a Dota 2 Reddit cast. It was sent in by somebody that thought the game was awesome, and I'm not going to tell you guys who sent it in until the very end, because the general assumption is the person who sent it in is probably on the team that won, and we don't want no spoilers here, especially because not when you consider the fact that we're going to see something awesome in this game, and you guys will see it very soon, which is why I really wanted to cast this game. And thank goodness I was the first one to comment on it, because Reddit casts, I swear, they're like the Wild Wild West, man. It's like you see a cast that you want, and then you click on it, and by the time you get into the comments, somebody has already said, "Hey, I cast this." It's like, no, you beat me to it. So luckily, I was very fast on trigger finger. This one was posted about 22 hours before I got to it. I guess it's relatively fast on the trigger finger. Not too sure. Anyway, just me stalling, guys. Just me stalling. So yes, there we go. That's the interesting thing we're going to see this match. We're going to see a Meepo with the full awesome set, and honestly, I think this might be one of the very few costumes I would actually buy in Dota at full price. Mainly because it looks pretty darn cool. It looks pretty darn sweet. The whole entire helmet plus the mask. It looks really cool. I want one. That's all I gotta say. I might buy it. Might not. It makes it look different, which is why it's almost worth your money. So anyway, not saying that this person's the one who sent it in, but I saw in the title that there was a Meepo in the game. Of course, I'm not spoiling for you guys. I'm definitely not spoiling for you guys. Because I'm also excited the fact that there's a Necrolyte here too. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, you're right. Anywho, we're just gonna let these guys get fully picked up. I'm not gonna introduce anybody just yet. But, yeah. What can I stall with? Oh, I know what I can stall with. I can stall with introductions on the side of the dire side, because they are completely picked up. Start off, of course, on this Necrolyte. We see 20. We see Thunderbolt 20, Thunderbolt 7. So he's obviously supporting that Macintosh type stuff. Moving up to Bounty Hunter, we see .o/ on him. It's gonna be fun typing out tags for that. Moving on to the Riki, we see blood on the leaves, because why would you do it on the grass, or why would you do it on the carpet? Dude, put it on the leaves. We have people that live here. Speaking of people that live here, we have Pudge, and he has a Horsedick.mpeg or mpeg. So yeah, let's not question where that name came from. And last but not least, for the whole entire dire side, we have on this Vengeful Spirit, the boss Cash, already playing support role. Observer was already built up. I was gonna move on to the side of the Radiant since they're completely picked up. Starting off, of course, on this Meepo with this awesome outfit. I really do want that whole entire set. Or no, at least the head part. The head part looks pretty cool. Everything else, yeah, I can deal with it. But the mask and stuff makes it look cool. He looks like a ninja. He's like a ninja, and he has 5 of them. Anyway, sorry, I'm just getting all fanboyish on this Meepo outfit. Sorry, guys. We see FSF Obscure on him, on the Meepo, of course. Moving over to the Sladar, we see FSF Fid or Mead. I see what you did there, Mid or Feed. Fid or Mead on him, and of course, on this Jakiro, we see FSF.Moonphoenix, and it looks like these guys did come into a group, so these guys are obviously queued up, so they have a slight advantage, I would say. Not trying to spoil anything, but they probably have a slight advantage. I mean, their names are very similar. And this is some derp stuff that's going to be going on. On this Crystal Maiden, we see Bronzo on her, and last but not least, on this CK, we're actually going to be seeing engagement happen here very soon. We got Riki actually getting caught out. This is going to be the easiest kill of this guy's life. This will be a dead Riki here very soon, but no, actually just one more attack's all they need. They won't be able to get it. Riki actually went for backstab first, which you can argue going for one early point in backstab, it really helps out your farm and last hitting, but I still don't like it. I still personally don't like it. Me personally, as a caster who likes to think strategically, I don't like it. Moving on to the CK. who's the last person to introduce? We see, of course, L1Z4 ZUU, or Lizu, however you pronounce that, on that CK. And that pretty much ends up all the calls on the entire map. I was going to call it these lane matchups, because this bottom lane is going to be pretty darn interesting. Crystal Maiden plus CK. It's going to be a sexy combination, especially versus this Riki. Riki's only saving grace is going to be, of course, the support, which is the Vengeful Spirit. But between Crystal Maiden and between CK, they can do quite a bit of damage to kill Riki, because he has not a lot of HP. You saw earlier, just one Frostbite, one Chaos Bolt, and a whole bunch of right clicks, and Riki was almost dead. So, yeah, Riki needs to be extremely careful in this lane. But he does finally have his Blink Strike, so... on the other side, of course, is a Riki and a Vengeful Spirit. And these guys do look like they're going to be a little bit more aggressive. Vengeful Spirit does have a stun up. Meanwhile, moving on mid, we see a very interesting mid. We got a Meepo versus a Pudge. And I would say that in this specific matchup, Pudge will have the advantage. But then again, Meepo with his sorry, I was about to say Meepo with his Geo Strike, but he doesn't have a point of it. Meepo with his Geo Strike or Meepo with just Earthbind. That'll be more than enough to make sure Pudge can't actually kill him. Because oh man, down bottom, we got a lot of damage getting done. CK does pick up the kill on top of Vengeful Spirit. Looks like a lot of damage to go back and forth. Riki did pick up the Crystal Maiden on the backside of that as well. And yes, Cool Blue missed the first blood, guys. That's how it works. But mid, as far as mid goes, Pudge typically how Pudge gets his kills from pre-level 6 is he throws out the hook and then he throws out the rot and makes sure that you can't run away and does a lot of damage to you. And it's pretty darn annoying. Like right here, what I see, pretty much just rots Meepo to death and he'll probably try to toss a hook. But Meepo turns around, throws out Earthbite, it doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, we see down bottom, Riki actually getting a chase on top of CK. CK is going to be able to make it out alive. He did take quite a bit of damage though, so he's probably going to have some regen bought to him by the Crystal Maiden. If that's the kind of support she wants to play. Meanwhile, mid, of course, these guys do die when I'm not looking at them. Pudge goes down mid versus the Meepo, who's able to look like I want to say he probably poofed him to death, or maybe he just right-clicked him to death. Or maybe Pudge killed himself. Yep, Pudge killed himself. Here lies Pudge, committing suicide. On this top lane, we have a Sladar Jakiro versus a Necrolyte bounty. It's actually, it's relatively interesting lane, mainly because Bounty Hunter, once Bounty Hunter hits level 6, he's going to start roaming around, which means that Necrolyte will essentially have his lane to himself for free. So so for right now, Necrolyte's kind of playing a supportive role, but he's not really playing support. Anyway, down bottom, we see a lot of damage getting done to Riki. Riki actually going to be going down here very soon. No stun coming up from CK. Riki actually getting close to tower range. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't have invisibility. Never mind. I was about to say, I don't know why he's not running away so he can go invisible, but he's not level 6 yet. Hex might be going down. CK just needs one more hit. It looks like CK is trying to get a Reality Rift. Reality Rift might be more than enough. Oh my god, CK is still alive there. CK does finally go down. Vengeful Spirit, Wave of Terror, able to finish him off with that 30 damage FTW. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit pops himself a magic wand. One charge is all it got. And I think she'll be able to survive one more creep hit, but she takes 2 more, she'll actually be going down, and she'll make it out alive. So action all around, and Cool Blue still misses all the kills. Oh yeah. Orbit Venom up on Meepo, and that's actually a really interesting idea. I never thought about that, but then again, to be honest, I never considered playing Meepo. Hook comes off from Pudge, it does somehow miss. That hook should have landed on top of Meepo, but nope, the Dota god said no Pudge, you shall not hook. And Meepo probably would have survived that anyway. Probably just turned around Earthbind and ran away. Or maybe even Earthbind and Poof and try to go for the kill. Because Poof does do quite a bit of damage. 100 damage by Meepo. And, whoa. Let's turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. Echo's coming around. I mean, we got Pudge. Looks like Pudge did get a hook on top of Meepo. That is just about enough damage. Or maybe it's just rot damage. Yeah, it's probably just rot damage. Hook will do a little bit more than that. Because Hook is pure damage, guys. Don't forget that. It does all that damage all at once. And Meepo's actually level 6. So begins the split farming. And Obscure is going to have a whole bunch of fun with that. Pudge actually calling out the missing mid. Meepo's actually rotating on top in a very, very aggressive position, or in a very aggressive direction. Ice Pack comes off from Jakiro, Stun comes off from Sladar. It will not be able to actually hit on top of anything, but Meepo says, hey bro, I'm going to go for this kill. Necrolyte looks like he'll be the next person to go down. Poof comes off from Meepo. It's just a celebratory Poof. Stun comes off from Sladar, but Meepo does pick up the kill on top of that. And Bounty Hunter around the corner. Bounty Hunter might be in a little bit of trouble. Meepo, how are you playing Meepo's? He's not necessarily micro him separately just yet, but we'll probably see him micro him separately. Just use the spells individually. So far, he's using them as one whole entire unit. So kill did go down bottom. Vengeful Spirit and Crystal Maiden both going down. CK got one. Vengeful Spirit got, CK got one. Riki got the other. Darn it. And I totally missed it, but this bottom lane, pretty darn aggressive both ways. And Chris Maiden with the Brilliant Sword. That's going to help CK out a lot. You know, Pudge around the corner. Pudge, he's going to be going down. Poof to death, and boom, poof goes Meepo. And actually, one thing to pick out as well is the fact that there's a Bounty Hunter and a Riki on the side of the Dire, which means that Meepo would be pretty nice versus them, because his Earthbind, it does prevent them from going invisible. So it will allow Meepo to just go for a casual kill. If Riki does decide to try to dive on top of him, then Riki's gonna die. That's pretty much how it's gonna work. No matter what Meepo he decides to focus on. But actually, Riki's just playing a living war right now, trying to give Pudge a vision so Pudge can line up the hook. Pudge sees the jukes left, he sees the jukes right. Meepo can't really do too much. Pudge hook does come out and does miss, and now Meepo's going to turn around, trying to do a little bit what he can. Beautiful cloud coming up from Riki, and this will be a dead Meepo, and Meepo does go down. Meanwhile, down bottom, we see Vengeful went down to the Chris Maiden plus CK. So it looks like they did try to call that out. As far as last hits and denies go, we see that Bounty Hunter actually has quite a bit of last hits versus this dual lane up top. So Sladar, Jakiro, not necessarily being the best of I'm going to go far more than you combinations. But Jakiro is building himself a mechanism, so that's going to be really nice. And Sladar, he's working on either Vanguard or just power charge. Either one, doesn't really matter. Riki's stalking his prey. He's actually coming up the hill. He wants to go for the kill. Jakiro looks like he'll be the first one to go down. Cloud comes off for Riki. Jakiro, no ice path for you. A lot of damage getting done. And there's a dead Jakiro. Meanwhile, Sladar, a beautiful stun coming up from him. Just a casual stun. TP coming up top from Meepo. Meepo wants to go for the kill. Meepo is going to go ahead and poof his other Meepo to him. Earthbind does fly. It lands on top of 2. This might be a dead everybody, but no. The second Earthbind does not latch. And that's going to be the end of everything. So rotations did come top. Albeit a little bit late, but at least they came top. Sladar, he was able to make it out on essentially on his own devices. He would have survived regardless. That stun was more than enough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Excuse me. Had to clear my throat. Haste rune up top, because Valve decided to implement these nice runes. And actually I need to...
middle tower is under
whatever,
attack.
I'll do it later. Haste. Something else important, but it's not as important as the cast, because the cast is more important. And let me go and look at the items, because I see Pudge's items, and they're actually kind of scaring me a little bit. So as far as the items moving on down the line, we see that pretty much standard stuff all around, except for when we get to Meepo. It's kind of hard to say that Meepo's items aren't standard, because you don't often see a Meepo. But from the few times I have seen a Meepo played, of course I see the Ring of Facilities come on top of him, and then Adventures of Vladimir's Offering, and then the Mechanism. But let's go ahead and put that on pause. Down bottom we see Riki actually got himself a Hatred. The kill will become on top of Vengeful. Actually, no, she will not be going down. Beautiful cloud coming up for Riki, keeping these guys from doing too much. And Pudge actually cancels his ulti. 4 seconds stun on top of Vengeful. She does go down, and there's a lot of damage getting into by Chris Maiden, but Chris Maiden does finally go down. Riki able to finish her off, silence her whole entire stuff, and Pudge, beautiful hook coming up from him. Dindy hook, yes it was, and now Pudge is going to start running away. Bottle charges will be getting used, and he also has 2 healing cells as well. Meanwhile, on top we have a little bit of fight, skirmish going on. Actually, the fight's still going on. We got Bounty Hunter getting caught out with the ice path plus the poofs, and boom goes the damage. Double kill for Meepo, which means more farm for him, and he now has power trades. And yes, like I said, Meepo's usually build the Vladimir's Offering in 2 mechanisms, or maybe Vladimir's Offering, Mechanism, Ags, if they're that rich, Pipe as well, and more stuff. Riki got himself a kill down bottom on Chris Maiden. She's going to be dinner for Riki if she keeps playing like that. Of course, I haven't really been staring at her too much, but she was all by herself. Dust getting popped by CK. CK just kind of hoping to get a kill, but there was no kill to be had. Meanwhile, on top, Bounty Hunter got a track on top of Jakiro. This might be a dead Jakiro. This will be a dead Jakiro. Stun coming out from Vince's Spirit. Bounty Hunter actually getting caught inside of the ice path from Jakiro, but it doesn't matter. He'll be able to catch up. Shuriken toss, not enough damage just yet. Pudge showing up to help out as well. This will be a dead Sladar as well. Ulti coming up from Pudge. Dead. Sladar is dead. Bounty picking up the kill. 2 track kills going these guys' way. And that's one extremely dangerous thing that you don't want to face. You don't want to be giving out kills to a Bounty Hunter post level 6. As you guys can see right here on the graph, it shows that, or sorry, on the kill counter, both sides are tied up. And the general logic behind a Bounty Hunter pickup is that if your team can stay tied up with the enemy team the whole entire duration of the match, then your team, with the Bounty Hunter that is, assuming you have a Bounty Hunter of course, is ahead. And the main reason for that is because even if it's just 1 track kill that was gotten that whole entire 10 kills, that's still that's still an extra source of gold, especially considering the fact that both towers, or all towers, are still up. The gold graph, it will show pretty much that picture. These guys are tied, but the Dyer's ahead a little bit because of track gold. It tells exactly what I just said. So I actually kind of worked out a little bit better than I thought it was going to work out. But yes, these guys are up by 500 gold, and we can see that's probably all from track gold. Track does give Bounty Hunter 150 gold, 50 gold for all those involved, and I think it was 3 people involved. I want to say it was 3 people involved, maybe it was just 2. It was a Pudge, it was a Riki, and it was also a Necro. So, yeah. So that's about right. 300, 325, 350 gold. Fight happening down bottom. Chris Maiden will be the first one to go down. Actually, yeah, Chris Maiden will be the first one to go down. Pudge, he's actually going to be next. No, these guys do decide to back away. Riki's actually chasing on top of CK. CK trying to build an armlet. He's actually really close to it. He doesn't want to die right now. He needs only 400 more gold. Riki actually blinks towards him. Riki can't get stunned in the tower. Will it be enough? It's just barely out of range, so Riki will be able to go back invisible. And he'll be able to survive. Meanwhile, Jakiro actually going all aggro. He's going all out on Vengeful Spirit, saying, I'm a better support than you, bro. And Vengeful Spirit says, yeah, you're right. And she goes and starts throwing away. Riki gets himself a nice blink strike on top of Jakiro. Jakiro does go down. Meanwhile, we see Meepo just seeing if he can run back as fast as he can to his tower. Maybe save his ally's life. Riki's still on the hunt. He smells blood. CK looks like he's on the menu. Looking like a nice juicy steak right now. And there goes the first attack. There goes second attack, third attack. Cloud does fly. There's a blink strike as well. CK still running. Beautiful Earthbind from Meepo, but it does miss. Because Earthbind is really hard to tell where it's going to land. It has like a weird... It has a very weird flight pattern. And it's like the collision's just weird, that's all it is. Pudge hook on top of Chris Maiden. Chris Maiden actually surviving somehow. Beautiful Earthbind coming up from Riki. Holy crap. Riki gets the kill on top of Chris Maiden anyway because you can do blink... Oh, sorry. I thought you couldn't blink in Earthbind. Huh. So, yeah, I think that might be a bug. Not too sure. Or maybe Riki blunk struck after. Not too sure. But yeah, okay. Earthbind prevents blinks. Sure, I believe that. Needless to say, Chris Maiden did go down. Earthbind from Meepo did keep her alive for a little bit longer though. Fight happened on top of Necrolyte. Necrolyte will be going out. A lot of HP getting dealt to. Oh, sorry, a lot of HP getting missing from him. Just from a few auto attacks. Stun from Sladar, Cloud from Sladar, a lot of damage getting done by CK, just 1 crit. Not a whole bunch of damage actually. Middle tower going to be going out here very soon. Meepo is going to be able to deny that, so tower going down. Meanwhile, Riki rotating on top, and let's go ahead and continue to look at the items, because I said Pudge had weird items, and I didn't talk about them at all. But Pudge had a whole bunch of healing salves, and he also had a whole bunch of clarity potions, which was actually concerning. Meanwhile, on top, we see Pudge actually going to be going out here very soon. Sladar comes out and stun. He's trying to go for the kill on top of Pudge, but he's missing a few auto attacks. He does not miss that last one. Pudge does finally go down. Track coming out from Bounty Hunter on top of Sladar. Sladar going to be a dead fish in the water. He's actually getting caught by everybody. He's trying to run away. He's juking left, he's juking right, but he can't get out. The body block's coming out from the Pudge illusion. Dyer's Courier does go down, and it did have something awesome inside of it. No, Riki did get his item. Riki only had one Blade of Valkyrie, so he got his second one. So the Courier did deliver his items before he very casually died. But I think the bigger concern at this point is, why is the Courier still walking? It should have been a flying Courier by now. So shame on you supports. Shame on you, Necrolyte. Should have bought that upgraded Courier. Tisk tisk tisk. Or maybe even somebody else. So Riki going for a diffusal blade first. CK armor is completely finished. Meepo, he's very close to his Vladimir's offering. Roughly, actually no, there he goes. His Vladimir's offering completed. All he needed was the recipe. He does officially have it. It's flying out to him. Or it will be flying out to him in the next wave of the Courier. Top tower does go down. Sladar did TP up top, so sorry. We'll be up here. He'll be able to farm this without too much traveling time. Bounty Hunter, he's up top. He's building some Battle Fury, which I actually don't like. I want bounties. It does give him regen. It does help him deal with the regen issue, but I mean, still, I don't like it. Beautiful hook coming out from Pudge, saving Vengeful Spirit's life temporarily. Vengeful Spirit actually going to be going down anyway around the corner. She's going to throw a swap on top of Pudge. Holy crap, will she survive? I don't really know. No, she will not survive. Ulti coming out from Necrolyte on top of CK. CK way too much HP for that. Armor toggled on as well. And that's really going to be it. So Vengeful Spirit almost able to keep herself alive, but the Ice Path from Jakiro did catch on the side. Pudge. Did I see 4-staff? Is that a 4-staff? That is a 4-staff coming up from Pudge. Oh yeah, love 4-staff Pudge. And then we got Sladar Cloud coming on top of Pudge. And actually, Riki versus Sladar. Riki and Bounty Hunter versus Sladar. Very scary things to deal with. I'm sorry, should be easy things to deal with. Beautiful hook coming out from Pudge, saving us out of life. Riki diffusal blade is completely finished. Bounty Hunter is still working on that Battle Fury. And Meepo, what do you have? Meepo has the Vlads. And that's about it. So Vladimir's offering on Meepo. Actually, just Vladimir's offering this fast, relatively speaking, of course. Vladimir's offering this fast is really nice because it'll help Sladar out, it'll help CK out, and it'll help Meepo and all his clones out, or all his clones out. Excuse me. So this is going to be an extremely good item for him to get. It synergizes really well with the team. It also gives Jakiro some much needed armor, and Jakiro and Chris Maiden some much needed armor, and I think it gives them a little bit of mana as well. But they have Brilliance Aura, so they're not really strapped for mana right now. And actually, Meepo's not really doing a whole bunch of split farming, which is, I don't know, wouldn't say shocking, but I don't know, kind of making me a little bit sad. No micro coming up from Meepo. He's gonna go ahead and use them both as one unit, which is what else Mitch alluded to earlier. Anyway, Hook comes out from Pudge. It doesn't miss everything. CK says, "Hey, let's go in for the kills." Stun comes out from Vengeful Spirit. She did swap somebody else in, so that will be the end of that. And it looks like these guys will be able to make out scotch-free. Nats coming up from Meepo do miss completely. Chris Maiden, the first one to go down, of course. And Bounty's on the run. Hook from Pudge does miss completely. Riki wants to go in for the kill on top of CK. Ulti coming up from Necrolyte on top of Jakiro. Jakiro survives. Pudge ulti flying. He does get a kill on top of what looked to be Meepo, and now we got CK getting a kill around the corner. CK armor toggling like a boss. He should be fine. Hook from Pudge should be on his life, but Pudge doesn't have a lot of hooks. Doesn't have no mana for it. And now we got Sladar. Sladar will be going out here. Throws out Cloud on top of Vengeful Spirit for his vengeance, and CK will be running on back home. So alternative items that I like to see on Bounty Hunter, because I know I said before I don't like the Battle Fairy on Bounty. Definitely something like a drum, or just pretty much going to standard stuff. I honestly I don't like bottles on Bounty Hunter either, but drum, bottle, and then go straight into your damage, which is like a Desolator or maybe a Medina Courage even. Those are really nice items I have on Bounty Hunter. Battle Fairy, there's nothing bad about it. I just personally do not like to about Battle Fairy and Bounty Hunter, because it pretty much just implies, hey, I'm gonna go farm more, because the Battle Fairy is really effective for farming for farming up stuff. Yeah, sure, maybe if Bounty Hunter had more damage, like some form of built-in crit. Well, he does have genetic crit, technically. But, you know, you guys know what I mean. Some sort of built-in crit that did more than just 338 damage per hit. Then you can kind of justify Battle Fairy, but to me, Bounty Hunter wants to be more active. Bounty Hunter wants to be as cost efficient as possible, and I definitely do think a Desolator is the way to go for on top of that. But Battle Fairy's finished completely. It's an 18-minute Battle Fairy, so it's not that bad. Riki trying to run away. A lot of damage getting done towards him. Beautiful stuff coming out from Chris Maiden. Chris Maiden able to get the Frostbite. Dust was popped by CK. It wasn't really necessary, but he did use it anyway, and he actually gets another Dust as well.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And the Force Staff is finished up on top of Pudge. Will Vengeful Spirit be building a Force Staff of her own is a big question, because that'd be kind of cool. Necrolyte just trying to struggle to make ends meet. I think he just finished his power charts, and he's also buying some reserve awards as well. So he's doing a support thing for his team, just trying to be the good support, good guy Necro. Meanwhile, we just might see a team fight happen down here. Sladar's starting to sprint. He wants to go in for the kill. Pudge's going to be the first one to go in. Reality Rift coming out from CK. CK does pull him in, and there was a lot of damage getting to Sladar. Sladar's still alive somehow. Pop himself Magic 1, just staying alive. Necrolyte ulti flying on top of Jakiro, not the one you want to throw on top of him. Vengeful Spirit does go down around the corner. Sladar could have been a potential kill for that, and that's everybody that was down there trying to defend. Just went down. Riki has himself a diffuse blade, like I said before, but he's back at base. He's not going to be able to use it too much. Bottom tower does go down, and the Radio just playing 5-man Dota and just casually walking into this. And Meepo's level 11 or level 12, so he has 2 points out of his ulti.
Top tower is under attack.
And like I said, he's building a mech, so it's probably going to force Jakiro to go for a pipe instead. Meanwhile, double braces up on Crystal Maiden. She's also looks like she could be bonus over Earner Shadows, or she could just hold on to that Sage's Master until the time ends. All the days, and all the days last forever. Force Staff of Home Pudge, not too terribly surprised. Meepo have himself a, like I said before, he's building a mech for his team. Jakiro completely paused on his stuff. Let's go look at the Dire's items, because I'm interested in what they're building as well. We see Bounty Hunter, Battle Fury's up, and he is doing, yep, just as what I said, but he was like, just what I expected him to be doing. Farming, of course, because farming is fun. And actually, Jakiro's building some mechanism as well, so it's going to be a double mech on the side of the Radiant, which is not as effective as you want it to be. We got Pudge getting his ulti around on top of somebody. He got on top of Sladar. Sladar did go down. The Earthbind coming up from Meepo does latch on top of both Pudge and Vengeful Spirit. Some beautiful, nice micro coming up from Meepo. Vengeful Spirit and Pudge did make it alive, and that was a dead. Stun, yeah, there we go. Stun coming up from Vengeful Spirit on top of CK. CK is going to be able to survive. Beautiful Ice Pack coming up from Jakiro. A beautiful macro power as well, and so much damage. Everything is just beautiful in this game, guys. That's all I gotta say. Here's Riki. Riki's actually pretty darn low. He's going to try to go for a snipe on top of Jakiro, but Jakiro has way too much HP right now. He has too much support around the backside. Bounty, he's going to actually get put in. Since you were placed down, this might be a dead Riki if Riki does decide to come back in, which he did not decide to come back in. Actually, no, he did decide to come back in. He goes down, and yeah, right now the Dire is just getting manhandled all around. That's pretty much what we're seeing right here. Bottom tower going to be going down. Siege Creep going to be finished off, and another one more auto attack, and boom goes the tower. Not the dynamite. Boom goes the tower. Meepo finished up the mechanism. And let's go and take a look at the gore graph. So, the gore graph is in favor of the Radiant, finally. Despite all the track kills that the Dire have been collecting, the Radiant is just finally able to pull out in front. And they're ahead in that. If you look at the experience, I'm pretty sure it's telling the picture of the Radiant favor, which it definitely is. But even still, as I always say about the XP graph is relatively irrelevant, because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer and closer it converges to zero, the graph that is. So but it's still a really nice indicator where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, the Radiant do have the advantage, about 3k experience in their favor. That's probably the support's lagging behind, to be honest. Let's see, hero levels. No, actually everybody's pretty much on equal footing. Meepo, yeah, Meepo's level 16. He's collecting a lot of XP around the map, but he's been moving as one unit, so it's really hard to give Meepo credit for claiming that much XP by split farming. Which is kind of what I want to see, but hey, I can't be too picky. Aghanim coming up with Meepo. He already has his ulti level 3, so he is level 16. And once he has that Ag, there'll be 5 Meepos walking on the map. So it'll officially be, what was that? That'll be 9 versus 5, 9v5. Bounty Hunter will be happy though, because you know, 5 enemies, 9 bounties. That's what he says. So mid, we got these guys defending, trying to do what they can. Smoke of the Sea is actually up on Vengeful Spirit, so these guys might try to go for a gank. They're starting to gather a little bit. Oh, it's just Riki, never mind. Yeah, they won't be able to do too terribly much. They're actually not being all that active with it. And Meepo going to go ahead and farm with his illusions, or clones. Aghanim set the first piece coming up. That is a Ogre Club. And Maiden, she has something getting bought to her, something pretty probably. No, just a Smoke of the Seed of her own. Robe of the Magi belongs to her as well, so she's probably building the drums. Which would be nice. Which would be nice because somebody to carry the drums will be good. And Meepo having his Ogre Club blot out because whoa. There we go. Meepo having his Ogre Club blot out just for a little bit more HP on the primary Meepo. So let's go and look into the Riki. Riki's actually built on Vladimir's offering, which I personally do not like on Riki or pretty much anybody who has invisibility. I really dislike it. I think in this specific matchup, maybe Necrolyte would be a good person to actually build it. You know, we'll see the fight happen around the corner. We got Vengeful Spirit, gets the swap on top of Sladar. Sladar getting pulled in. Pudge got himself a kill on top of Jakiro early, so that's going to be no more stuff coming out from him. Necrolyte ulti did fly. He did not get the kill on top of yeah, he didn't get the kill on top of that, but he really probably wanted to. So that way he'll actually be able to survive. CK got himself 2 kills on top of 2 people. I didn't see who really it was, but this will be a kill on top of Vengeful Spirit. It does go to the Meepo, of course. Riki picked up a kill on the backside. Bounty throws out a track on top of Meepo. These guys want to go for a kill, and will they be able to go for it? The answer is heck no. Way too much support coming out around there. There's too many Meepos. Too many Meepos in the fire. But they're going to keep chasing. Riki's going to go ahead and start attacking the Meepo who's tracked up. Earthbind does come out, catches 2. This would be a dead bounty as well as a dead Riki. Nope, Earthbind does not land on the backside. Riki does get the kill on top of Meepo. Meepo was not able to poof fast enough, and this would be a dead CK as well. I totally thought Meepo was going to be able to turn on top of them, but no, not able to. And CK on the toggling like as fast as possibly can. It won't be enough. He'll be going out. Too much right click coming out from both Bounty and Riki. There you go. The invis beats the illusion, or sorry, beats the clones. Actually, no, yeah, that's right. The stealthy beat the brute force. There you go. That's the way to look at it. Because you know, there's 4 Meepos, about to be 5 Meepos. CK has illusions. That works out. Necrolyte just casually farming up top. He's building the mechanism for his team. And that was my speaker. Hold on. Let's go and take a look at the net worth really fast though. So you can see Bounty Hunter's worth the most on the map, and I'm actually surprised about that. I thought he would be kind of behind the Meepo, but I know what it is. Meepo's farm is actually kind of obscured. It's split in between the 4 Meepos, I think. It's just doing weird stuff. It's not counting the gold correctly, so. Of course, this is a bug in the game because Meepo's worth more than 770 gold. Vladimir's offering alone costs way more than that. Hook from Pudge into Roshan pit. I think he's trying to pull Roshan out of the pit. Or maybe trying to do damage. Who really knows? Or maybe he was just checking. But it looks like we will be seeing a rotation into the Roshan pit from the Radiant, and this Pudge will be able to see that everybody rushing as fast as they possibly can down here. No, actually no, he doesn't see that. Smoked up. These guys are going to rotate towards the Ancients, try to see if they can get a kill. They do find the Pudge, and they will be able to find themselves a bounty. Pudge forced himself away, able to get out of that reality, and that will be it. Desperate appearances pop. Bounty Hunter actually getting caught out. BKB's up on Bounty though, so he should be able to survive any stuns coming out towards him. He pops himself a BKB. No stun can follow on top of him. You shall not hit me, he says. And Necrolyte has himself a mechanism. So far in this game though, Necrolyte hasn't really been much of a factor. He got his ulti off, and it didn't actually get the kill, which means that he didn't get the regen, and he only has 2 points of status anyway. And as far as Necrolyte builds, Heartstopper's Aura late game is nice, but early game, or early and even mid game, arguably mid game, having that maxed out is not necessarily important. Having a status maxed out as a Necrolyte is really important. As these fights do start to drag on. Because the longer Necrolyte can stay alive in a fight, the more damage that he can do because of Heartstopper's Aura. So maybe instead of having 3 points inside Heartstopper's Aura and 2 points inside Sadist, I would preferably like to see 1 point of Heartstopper's Aura and max Sadist. At least max Sadist by now. Sadist should probably, arguably, be your second max skill. Some people even just skip Heartstopper's Aura altogether, but I even like 1 point inside of Heartstopper's Aura. It's free damage. That's free damage. That's what that is. Heaven's Halberds up on CK. More damage, more evasion. And sorry. Also to comment on Necrolyte stuff again, or just extend it a little bit further. Having your status maxed out is really important, especially when you get the kill, because that gives you a lot of regen, and it makes you really survivable. Anyway, the fight's going to be breaking around the corner. CK popped himself an ulti. He just popped here. Sorry, he walked out of the cloud, comes back inside the cloud. He wants to go for a fight. Desperate appearances pop, and CK actually taking quite a bit of damage. He'll be going down here very soon. Chris Maiden challenging her ulti. She gets a kill on top of Necrolyte because of it. Double kill for her. She actually got Riki as well, and this will be a dead Bounty Hunter is dead, and dead Vengeful Spirit is dead. And too many poofs coming up from Meepo. Meepo does get the kill on top of that. Now we got Bounty on the run. Ice Path does miss completely. And this will be Bounty making it out alive with the great escape. Pudge on the backside. He was not involved in the fight at all. And so he's going to go ahead and camp by his tower. So XP Graph is doing one of those little swooshy, wishy things. The Dire do have the advantage now. Or they did have the advantage. I think once the graph updates, it should hit towards more the 0 mark. But they claimed a few kills. Yeah, it's heading back towards the 0 mark. They claimed a few kills. I think that was one of that team fight where they killed the Chris Maiden, Jakiro, and Meepo. I think that's what it was. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and recap how long the range is on Earthbind. It's actually pretty darn far. And it lasts 2 whole entire seconds at all levels. Oh, the range goes up. That's what it is. So the range goes up and the cooldown goes down per level. That's pretty cool. Cool stuff. it allows you to perma stun somebody or perma disable somebody because it has an 8-second cooldown and it lasts for 2 seconds per Meepo, which means you should be able to, theoretically be able to stun the crap out of people. Meepo Agate Scepter's up, so he now has 5 Meepos in his pocket, and we'll see how this goes. He also has Geostrike maxed out, so he can reduce somebody's attack speed down to 0. Should be pretty darn sick. Jim and True Sight picked up on Meepo. I think he's probably one of the worst people to actually carry it. Maybe CK. CK arguably would be a better carrier for the Jim and True Sight. Mainly because once CK pops his Phantasm, his illusions do get that extra vision. But giving it to Meepo, it's really risky because there's a higher chance that he'll actually lose it. There are 4 extra ways for him to die, essentially, and that's all of his clones. Track, throw him on top of Chris Maiden. Chris Maiden actually gets swapped out. Vince says, "Hey, come into the fight." And hey, Chris Maiden, come into our van. We have candy, and there goes the kill on top of her. Meanwhile, we got a Pudge about to go now. A lot of damage getting done to him. He should still be falling here very soon. And there's also a Jakiro going down on the backside as well. So all the supports are dead. Now we got Riki blinking around the corner. He's trying to survive. He put himself magic wand. It won't be enough. Jim on top of Meepo, he'll be able to see everything. And Bounty will be the next person getting caught out. Now Hook coming from Pudge is not enough. Reality Rift coming out from CK did pull Bounty back and make the Hook miss. And Pudge wants to go fishing. But I'm pretty sure any fish he pulls in right now is not a fish that he would want. Mechanism pop by Meepo, healing everybody up, and that should give these guys a cue to continue pushing. Nope, Hook from Meepo, or sorry, Hook from Pudge does land on top of Meepo. Hook from Pudge lands on top of Meepo. He's actually going to boost a lot of damage getting done, but he actually denies himself with the Lucky denies Lucky. Prince Spirit trying to kill the Meepo. Meepo trying to get as much life steal as possible. He does finally go down. Necrolyte able to pick up the kill on top of that. Look at all the regen coming his way. That's right, guys. 30 regen. Because it's only status level 2. More regen, even more regen. Imagine if this was a status level on level 4. He would have 60 regen. No, okay. He would have 100 HP regen. He would also have 400 mana regeneration because it does multiply by 10. So, actually, no, that's not true. He would have 10 times 6, which is 60, and then multiply that by 100. So, it should be 600 HP. 600? I don't know. Math is hard, guys. Math is hard. Jakiro building that Valley Discord. That'd be pretty cool. Surprisingly, no pipe just yet on either side. Pipe on Radiant would probably be a little bit. Actually, no, pipe on Dire would be nice because Meepo's poof does quite a bit of damage. It does, I think it said 140 damage per poof. It was 5 poofs, so it's 5 puffs. However you guys want to pronounce that. So a lot of damage. Just know that, a lot of damage, a lot of beeps. Chris Maiden casually farming in jungle. Sladar farming in jungle as well, very casually. Dust appearance on top of him. No gym. Actually, no, there should be a gym. Where is the gym? Did they leave the gym on the ground? What? No gym in True Sight, guys. Nobody has the gym right now, huh? I was thinking maybe they put it in the courier or put it back in base. But yeah, apparently there's no gym. Okay. Alright, that's cool with me. Roshan's gonna start getting done by the Dire. We should have been a little bit quicker about this, but we got Bounty Hunter actually taking up Roshan and Riki actually, oh my gosh, Riki backstabbing Roshan, but the hook comes out from Pudge. Desolate Appearance coming out, 2 Desolate Appearance actually. BKB popped by Bounty, and Bounty's going to be going out anyway because Geostrike, I think it goes through BKB. I'm not too positively sure. And now the radio says, okay, we're going to go ahead and continue off where you guys left off. And kill Roshan. We got Meepo actually getting hooked by Pudge. No, sorry, CK actually getting hooked by Pudge. The Meepo nets do fly around the corner. Nice nets coming on top of whoever those people were. And they will be getting caught up. In reality, coming up for CK on top of Pudge. Pudge should be going out here very soon. Crit does come up for CK. No way for him to save himself. Crystal Maiden channeling her ulti, getting 2 kills. Double kill actually goes to Jakiro instead. Through some trickery, it goes to them. And I heard the gem get picked up and or dropped. Just can't find the darn thing, guys. I'm sorry. Don't know where the gem is. There was a gem. It must be here somewhere. Maybe nobody wanted it. That's what it was. So now Sladar, he's gonna get chased. He's getting surrounded by Meepo. Oh, sorry, they're on the same team. Oh man, I got excited for no reason. Drummer Endurance popped by Crystal Maiden to help our allies push a little bit harder. There should be a mid tower going on Meepo, throwing his nets continuously because he can.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
And I see Tornado Stick from Crystal Maiden, which would be really nice on making sure that, or sorry, really nice when you want to make sure that Princess Spear's not throwing her stuns in the backside, or Necrolyte's not popping those heals while you proceed to kill everybody around the map. Or sorry, kill all the other enemy people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Necrolyte looks like he's building up either BKB or Agon Scepter. Probably an Agon Scepter. BKB would be nice to make sure you don't get stunned up by Sladar with his Slithering Crush. Also make sure you don't get stunned up by Jakiro. And of course, you don't get stunned up by CK. But I really do think that Geostrike does work through Magic Immunity. Just gonna see, because they just might tell us. Ah, cool. Yeah, see, slows Magic Immune units. So BKB in this particular fight, it won't be too terribly useful because there's too many Meepos doing too much damage, and he actually just builds himself something very interesting. Of course, he's building himself that heart. He's done up with that Reaver. No Scotty just yet. And actually, I don't know if the Scotty on Meepo would be a good idea. See, he thinks it's funny. Taking a look at the goal graph, you can see the Radiant is still ahead. Of course, they've won improvements on the team fights since the beginning of the game. They maybe threw about 2 team fights or so, and the graph reflects that effectively. But for the most part, the Radiant have been ahead, and the kill counter is 40 to 33, which means it's not tied up, which means that Bounty Hunter probably hasn't been all that effective as far as getting kills. He's been pretty effective at dying, I'll say that much, but that's not a knock to the player, of course. That's more so a nod to the fact that he hasn't been getting too much track gold for his team. Looking at the hero levels, Meepo's actually level 25 right now, only 38 minutes to the game, so he's max level. No more levels can be had with him. And it's actually, sorry, he could have arguably got a lot faster. I want to see if Meepo can get levels 25 by the 20-minute mark, because he can collect multiple sources of XP from different parts of the map, basically by using his clones, but that requires a lot of micro. I'll do it one day, but not anytime soon, guys. Top tower getting pushed in. There's just be a wave of terror to scout everything out. No true vision for the Dire on this high ground, but they do have vision inside the jungle, so they can see one of the more potent spots that people do like to hide, or enemies do like to hide before they try to go kill you. Tower goes down.
Has fallen.
Lady says Dire's top tower has fallen, and that is very true. It has fallen. So let's go ahead and take a moment to look at Jakiro, because I want to see Jakiro's stat gain. Jakiro gains 2.3 strength per level versus his intelligence, which he gains 2.8. So he does gain a decent amount of strength per level, which equates to him being a support more on the tankier side. I guess you want to put it that way. Relative to Bounty Hunter, Jakiro has quite a bit more HP per second per level. Sladar coming in, throws out the stun. He does get stunned himself, and he's actually taking quite a bit of damage. Aegis has popped already. Business with a swap to try to save the life. But now Pudge taking crazy amounts of damage. He'll be going down. It's 892 crit coming out from CK. Man, that's some crazy stuff. Emil got Chris Maiden. He's going to go ahead and tornado himself. Make sure she doesn't take any more damage. Business Spirit taking a lot of damage on the corner. Necrolyte ulti does fly. The Chris Maiden does go down. And it's actually no, Meepo buys back. This Necro has no action on Necro, so Chris Maiden can't buy back if she had the gold. It's triple double. Not a double triple, but a triple double. And the Dust of Appearance is popped. Ultra kill for Necrolyte. Wow. Necrolyte able to pick up the kills. Death Pulse too strong, guys, and this is why you always want to try to kill Necrolyte first if you can help it. And also, why you always want to have Sadist with so many points inside of it. So basically, after Necrolyte got the first kill, he got a whole bunch of regen. When Necrolyte got the second kill, he got even more regen. When he got the third kill, he was just still feeding out. Or sorry, when he got the fourth kill, he was still feeding out the regen coming out from his third kill. And yeah, just casually turned around, got another kill. Ultra kill for him. So he's essentially full mana and full HP. Just because of Sadist. All because of Sadist. And my ear is itchy as crap. Man, I shouldn't scratch it, but it hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt. It's you know, it itch. It's my ear. I feel like that means something, but don't know what it is. So, we've looked at the goal graph, we've looked at the XP graph, and actually there's an XP graph heading towards that 0 mark. That must mean somebody is getting close to level 25 on the enemy side, and that of course is Riki, who's actually been involved in a lot of the kills that his team has. He's been involved in 29 of his team's 38 kills, whereas Bounty Hunter, he hasn't been involved in as many as his team would like him to be, or have been involved in. He's only been involved in 15 out of the 38, so not a whole lot. Speaking of kills, deaths, and assists, let's go look at the kills, deaths, and assists. CK, 18 kills, 8 kills, 11 assists. Heaven's Halberd helped him out tremendously when his fights do break out. Just being able to evade some damage coming out from some damage coming out from Necrolyte, even if it's just something as simple as, I don't know, 6 damage. CK should have more effective HP versus all these guys because of that evasion. Essentially 25% more effective HP, unless the random number guys don't like him, and then they start just letting his evasion never proc, which has happened to me before. Actually, no, it was a basher, and I was playing Venomancer, and I couldn't get the basher to actually bash anybody. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. So top BKB almost finished up on Sladar. He's about 400 gold away from that. Necrolyte picks himself up Aghanim Scepter, so he's going to be able to prevent people from buying back, which would be actually really useful, especially if he kills Meepo. Because Meepo's kind of important in these fights, and with his push, with his Earthbind, with everything that he can offer, he's kind of important. And the fact that he's building a heart as well, that means he's going to be very difficult to kill once he has that fully finished. But the death ball push is still gonna go ahead and push on. These guys looks like they're gonna go ahead and try to march as fast as they possibly can. Try to take a tier 3. They can likely take this next fight. Excuse me. I really don't think there's anything that the Dire can do to stop it. TP coming in from Bounty Hunter. Pudge hook does fly. It does miss everything completely. These guys did Delta split like bosses. I mean, while Bounty Hunter throws out a track, trying to keep tabs on the enemy side. And there's a Riki around the corner too. Riki needs to be very careful because I want to say there should be another gym. I don't know where the gym went. But the gym is somewhere. If the Radiant did have a gym, that would be a dead Riki and also a dead Bounty. Pudge hook does fly. It does catch himself a wild CK. CK does go down at the very beginning of the fight, which is actually not really good. Necrolyte ulti did fly on top of him, so there's no buybacks for him. Pudge taking a lot of damage. He'll be going down, and there's a lot of damage getting done too around the corner as well. Chris made a plus Jakiro's backup probably just sitting there trying to do as much damage as possible, and they're actually doing quite a bit. Triple kill for Meepo, because Meepo wants to kill. Meepo has 1 Meepo per your death, which is fine, but of course, Meepo wants to be very nice to him being new to Dota 2 for now. Or, no, sorry, not new to Dota 2. But Meepo wants to be very nice for our sponsors. These sponsors. I don't know, guys. I must be dumb. Don't know what I'm talking about. I think I'm mixing the dream plus reality. So anyway, we'll play Meepo coming out. And I do agree. Some nice plays coming up from Meepo. Although I will say that Meepo was playing all as one, or playing all his Meepo as one, which I mean. Yeah, you don't have to be like a micro master to do well at Meepo. You can just have them all clump up as one and just use them as one unit. That's fine too. But of course, you can see some more cute things happen because of the Meepo who does use his hotkeys to actually micro his unit. So, anywho, Meepo, I was excited to see that. And there's Vengeful Spirit gonna go ahead and donate her life to the cause. She goes down, poops coming from Meepo. Ancient explodes. That's gonna be the end of the fight, which is perfect because I think I said something about sponsors, but I don't know what I was talking about. Which means that it's almost time for me to go to bed. Oh yeah. So, that is the end of this cast. this cast was sent in by the Jakiro on the Radiant side. So thank you Moon Phoenix for sending me this game. I apologize a little bit for me being slightly loopy, but it's only 10:30 and I'm sleepy. I don't know what's up with that. That's kind of bad. But you guys don't care about that because you guys will be watching this video in the daytime. Oh yeah. So yeah, hopefully things didn't come out too crazily from me, because I honestly lost track of the last 5 minutes of that whole entire cast. I'm not lying right now. Yeah, I need more sleep. That's what it is. So yes, thank you Jakiro for saving this game. I was very excited to see a Meepo get played inside of a match, and it was titled as a 5 Meepo versus Invis people on the enemy side, and of course I was rooting for Meepo all the way. But as far as Bounty Hunter and Riki, they did what they could. I really dislike the battle for you on Bounty Hunter. I will say that much. If anything, I will at least say that. As far as Necrolyte's play went, it seemed like he was relatively new to Dota, so I can't really say too terribly much. Or sorry, I don't necessarily want to go too hard on him. I'll just say definitely as a Necrolyte, rushing an Aghanim. I do not like rushing an Aghanim on anybody. I don't care if it's a Lion, Juggernaut, Lena. I don't care who it is. I really don't like seeing it. You didn't actually rush Aghanim, so I'm not ragging on you for that. But I'm just saying, I've seen it many times where people rush Aghanim on Lenas and Lions and Necrolytes, and it's like, why not just go for some other item to make yourself more useful? So rushing mechanism would definitely be nice. Power treads definitely necessary on Necrolyte, and then you can go ahead and start building yourself some intelligence type items, or sorry, some survivability items, such as a Rod of Atos, which just does give you some nice intelligence, maybe even straight up a heart. It's because it does give you some nice HP. And as far as intermediate items, I guess you can go for a drum, you can go for a blade mail if you're getting focused a lot. You can start building the pieces of your Aghanim right after you build your mechanism, which is very common to do. Because Necrolyte really all he really needs is just some way to make himself survivable, and then, you know, some way to make himself more effective in killing people, which is where the Aghanim comes in, and the survivability of course comes from the mechanism and power treads as well. And other items that you can go for Necrolyte, like I said, Rod of Atos, nice. Force Staff, I like going for Force Staff occasionally on Necrolyte. It's not the most useful thing in the world, but it might save somebody's life. And yeah, can't really think of anything else. Oh, I know one. Veil of Discord. I haven't tried it, but it might be cool. Anyway, as far as Riki play, can't complain too much, but Riki and Bounty Hunter, they weren't able to actually do too terribly much versus the Meepo, which is actually kind of funny to see. I would say I'm not too sure why we don't see too many Meepos played in the professional competitive scene, but I do know the reason for that is because my phone is going off. That's not the reason, guys. I do know the reason for that is because Meepo is more of a liability than a benefit. He hits level 25, probably like 17-minute mark in pro matches, and then does nothing. I would imagine that's how it go. Does nothing but feeds. Or maybe have some awesome plays where nobody can run away from. You never know, but hopefully we do see some more Meepos get playing professional play, and not just the shield matches. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it there because I'm just rambling on. As far as everybody else's play, I won't critique too terribly much because you guys seem like you knew what you were doing. CK building himself a Heaven's Halberd, I was pretty happy about that because I like Heaven's Halberd as an item. It also gives you some nice survivability as a carry. It gives you some damage for CK. It gives us some evasion coming up from the Talisman of Evasion. Really cool stuff all around. And I'll just go ahead and end it there. So, like I said, my name is Cool Blue. As much you guys, this viewer replay cast number 58 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 59. One of those numbers. This was of course, Dota 2 Casted edition, so shout out to Dota 2 Casted page for bringing all the awesome replays. Very nice place to go. If you guys are looking to be a caster, just go there, cast a whole bunch of those, and you'll get to meet people. And it's pretty cool stuff, because people post some awesome games. Albeit, people typically post 7-hour-long games, but experience is experience. That's how I look at it. So once again, thank you to Moon Phoenix, and yeah, I'll see you guys whenever.